After 2 years of living through a pandemic, people all around the world have found their work lives disrupted in ways that they never experienced before.
And that's had many people looking for a career change. Joining us now with some strategies if you're thinking about taking a leap is career expert Ariane Hunter. I hope I got your first name right.
You did. That was perfect.
Oh my God,
Thank you
I'm
for
so
having
glad.
me. It's good to be here.
Thank you so much for being with us. All right, so why do you think so many Americans want to change their careers right now?
Absolutely. I mean, we are in unprecedented times right now. The last 2 years of this pandemic has been especially hard on all of us, right? So even before the pandemic, we were seeing especially high levels of burnout, emotional and mental burnout and drain, right? So thinking about, this time that we have now, we're really craving meaningful change. So the pandemic really has afforded us this opportunity to reflect and reassess and now think about what's important to us now within our lives and in our careers. What are some of the things that we want to let go of? What are some of the passions and the purpose that we want to start to pursue now? So we're really craving that meaningful change on a positive way.
I mean, there was just a good article in the New York Times where they interviewed all these people and they said people are less willing to put up with jerky bosses now. They want more flexibility, all these things. But if you're thinking about making a big change in your life, you still have your old job and you're not sure what you want, where do you start? What's the first thing you do?
Yeah, absolutely. First, I want to just say making any sort of change is hard, right? Sometimes we are staying in our comfort zones and change can be hard and just even getting started. But the change that you make can be one of the most powerful things that you can do for your career and within your life, right? So it's really getting clear on what does that change look like for me? Is it negotiating a pay raise? Is it changing your title? Is it taking on new responsibilities? Is it starting that new business, right? So making sure that you're clear on what do you see for yourself? What does that change? What does that look like for you?
And then
keeping in mind,
go ahead.
Yeah, just keeping in mind the inspiration, surrounding yourself with inspiration, having a healthy level of grit and organization and planning. Speaking of which, organization and planning is super critical to making any sort of meaningful change and taking the leap in your career.
Right.
So again, whether you're pursuing a negotiation in your pay raise or changing your titles, I love that there's different resources and tools that you can use out there to keep you organized and planning really, really well. So one of the tools that I really like is Evernote. This is a tool that I've used so many times throughout my career. I especially love it because it allows you to jot down any ideas, any inspiration as to seek, planning out that new business that you want to try. So perhaps maybe you're negotiating a pay raise, right? So jotting down what are your career accomplishments, all the things that you've accomplished in the last 6 months to a year. So you'll be able to reflect that back when it comes to having that conversation with your manager. Organization and planning, setting new goals and intentions, right? We're new into the first month of the new year, 2022. So we're thinking a lot about our goals and intentions and what do we want to do and accomplish for the year. This is something that I do regularly every year in my career as I set new goals and intentions. Evernote has a task feature that you can keep all of those goals and intentions right in one place. So I really recommend Evernote as a tool to sort of help you through the planning process of things.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, our pleasure.